Nashville was full of them. I was shuffling down the sidewalk, stepping on all the cracks. But through the traffic noise I heard a voice stop me in my tracks. A little like Hank, a little like Frank. When I looked I saw just a fat boy sitting singing in a 57 Ford. He was waiting for the light to change, sucking on a can of beer, with his taped up window rolled way down so all the world could hear. And when he hit those high notes, how the soul within me soared on the voice of that boy in that 57 Ford. I ain't taking nothing away from Elvis or Ray Charles too. Don't tell me about George Jones, I love him just like you. But tie them all together and you just be kind of bored once you hear that fat boy singing in that 57 Ford. Now most singers need pianos or guitars in their hands, a stage that's filled with background singers, acoustics, and 20-piece bands. But with his eyes squinched tight, his hip thrown back, he didn't need no support as he sang the world a love song from that 57 Ford. He was short as right front headlight, and his engine coughed and coughed. A piece of baling wire kept his door from falling off. The motor knocked, the chassis rocked, and thick smoke belched and poured. But the fat boy's voice kept singing in that 57 Ford. They say it used to cost $100 to hear old Blue Eyes moan. Some people pay $1,000 just to see the Rolling Stones. But if you had the wealth of ages, you still could not afford a ticket for that fat boy in that 57 Ford. Didn't look like no idol in that grease-stained undershirt. Didn't know that he's the greatest singer on the Scots Sweet Green Earth, with a voice all men would march to and all women would adore. He thinks he's just a fat boy in a 57 Ford. Well, his head just kept on rocking, his fingers tapped the seat, while the Jesus on the dashboard kept nodding to the beat. Like the harp strings of an angel striking sweet and soulful chords, his voice sailed up to heaven from that 57 Ford. His backseat was a mess of groceries, baby clothes and toys, and all the joys of love and life came moving from his voice. Might have been that wife and kid that he was hurrying toward that kept his sweet voice singing in that 57 Ford. Well, I was just about to tell him he could be a superstar when the light turned green, and that's the last I seen of him in that old car. But through the smoke with the twin exhaust and the engine's fading roll, I still hated that fat boy singing in that 57 Ford. Someday when they assemble that celestial choir to sing, there'll be Caruso next to Satchmo, Paul Robeson next to Bing. Yeah, but out there front and center, bringing smiles to the Lord, to be a fat boy sitting singing in a 57 Ford. Fat boy sitting singing in a 57 Ford. Fat boy sitting singing in a 57 Ford. Thank you. Bring Meridian to the stage.